everybody. I'm here at the corner of Main and Market with Brian Evans. He is a candidate for the U.S. House of Representatives for Congressional District 2, which is Maui and all the neighbor islands, basically everywhere except for urban Honolulu. So we're going to walk story. Thanks for joining us, Brian.
Cool. All right, man.
Could you just tell us a little bit about your background? What are your ties to Hawaii and Maui, and why are you running for U.S. Congress?
Well, I'm originally from Boston. I grew up there and I moved to California. As an actor and a singer, I was pretty much working since I was 16. People might remember Full House and all that, shows that I did when I was a kid. And basically, I first came to Maui on my own, by myself. I just got on a plane and I wanted to see it. Something drew me to this place, you know. And then once I came here, I fell in love with it and had been living here pretty much since I was, I want to say 26, where, you know, I first moved to Kihei, and I'd go back and forth to play in Las Vegas and do shows, but this was my home. And you know, and then I did this, created this Maui celebrity series that we've had here on the island, which was a lot of fun. And if you want to talk about politics, deal with some of these people. It was very interesting, and you know, but it was a lot of fun to do it. And you know, I just, certain events have happened in the course of my own life that motivated me to want to run for office, and that's where we are now.
So, you know, you're a Republican. That's kind of a rare breed.
Well, first of all, let me just tell you,
Okay.
I'm what you would call a moderate Republican.
Okay.
Think John McCain. Don't think Donald Trump.
Right, okay.
Because I'm not a fan.
Oh, really?
Absolutely not. I think the way he talks about women is horrendous, and I'm frankly surprised that the Republican Party itself hasn't spoken out more against some of the things that he says. If anybody has a sister, or if they have a mother, it doesn't matter to me if you have an R or a D next to your name. They should be offended by that kind of talk. I think he's, you know, I used to work for him. I played at the Trump Casino in Vegas. He sat front row with Melania. So when I met him, he was a nice guy. But, you know, anybody can be a nice guy for 5 minutes. You know, the idea is, who are they really? And people wanted to see what would it be like. He's not a Republican, he's not an independent, he's not a Democrat, he's an enigma that everybody rolled the dice with and allowed him to do what we're now having to live with. But I would never want to be trumped up, pun intended, with the rest of the people who support what he does and what he stands for. I don't agree with any of it, or the people that he associates with.
So what do you think then, what does it mean to be a Republican? What's your core belief as a Republican?
Well, I believe in the Second Amendment, because if somebody comes at you, you know, with a weapon, you know, a slingshot ain't going to help you any. So I do believe that, you know, everybody has the right to bear arms. Second, I think the Jones Act, which is actually a maritime law is what it's called, it was written in 1920, is one of the reasons that you have a lot of expensive groceries, for instance, but it also there's parts of the military and other things that this act has a big effect on, and it cost lives. In Puerto Rico, thousands of people died as a result of some law that was written 100 years ago. And you know, that's one of the big problems, is that we're not, you know, well, this is a specific thing for me that I think is really hurting Hawaiians. And I think teacher pay in this state is horrendous. That's why you got teachers leaving, and students when they grow up and they're old enough to get the hell out, because they don't have the money to live here. They're working 2 to 3 jobs to pay the rent, and you have a congresswoman who's signing book deals while people are trying to pay their bills. And it's a very dangerous thing when politicians turn into celebrities. You know, she's got her television commercials out there on the surfboard and playing the ukulele. Well, real people are working while she's doing that. And I don't think that sends, actually, when she does those kind of commercials, it sends exactly the message of what Tulsi Gabbard is about. And it's about a stepping stone from one level to the next to become president or to do something like that. And you know, she wouldn't debate anybody in her own party. I mean, how democratic is that if you're going to say that you're for the people, but you won't talk to them and you won't let people hear what other Democrats have to say about it?
Well, thanks for joining us today, Brian. I
Well,
really
and if I
appreciate
could say one more thing.
it. Very, very true.
Barack Obama is the most famous Democrat in the world, and he didn't endorse it.
Remember to vote in the general election November 6th.